Hello my dears, welcome back to my channel, Dreamfeather Mystic Arts. I am Dreamfeather, here for your psychic reading. This is a timeless, collective love reading, and when I was meditating on your energy, I got an image of a snake, and this could have several meanings. I know some people tend to see snakes as more of that kind of sneaky energy and maybe people to be aware of or discerning of. But what I really got with the snake medicine was the Kundalini energy. In the yogic tradition, it's said that there's a sleeping serpent at the bottom of the spine near the root chakra. And as we do these practices of yoga, of breath, and yoga just really means yoking your consciousness to a symbol or to even anything in the outer reality, but having that single pointed focus will allow the mind to totally absorb within one thing and unlock its secrets. So this is called Trataka, where we gaze at something. Traditionally it's at a candle flame, but it could be gazing at the moon, gazing at the rising sun, gazing at a flower, at, a body of water, any of the elements, and really just absorbing the medicine of what that particular thing brings. And then it brings us to this state of samadhi if we do it long enough. We have the concentration aspect, the meditative aspect, and then that all blends into samadhi, which is where the inner and the outer become one, and we lose our separate sense of identity, because that is illusory given that everything is one, and we start to really just commune with the divine in that way. So it's making me think with the snake energy, in regards to this love reading, is like being really diligent and devoted to your internal practices, to the practices that allow you to be totally fulfilled in your life because you're so connected to the divine. And that really is the space to be in where you meet your beloved, and that mirrors back outside of you. We have to really, go down deep within and come to that place of zero-pointed focus, the 0 point of reality where all timelines exist, and just be ecstatic by our own nature, blissful by our own nature, loving by our own nature, and really meet our beloved within ourselves energetically by becoming our own beloved. And so this is really what I got first and foremost for your reading. So let's see what the tarot has to say along with this. I hope you're all doing well. I trust you're all doing well, and let's go ahead and just have a fun, short and sweet reading today for the collective spirit. What does the collective need to know? I'm using the Healing Light Tarot. I haven't used this deck yet here on this channel. What does the collective need to know, Spirit? Also, you could book a one-on-one reading with me down below. I do also accept donations if you've gotten, if you just feel resonating with the work that I'm doing here, I would greatly appreciate that. It all really goes back into the channel to buy new decks and such things. So, what else does the collective need to know, Great Spirit, in love? What is important for the collective to know in love at this time? Got the Two of Swords here. Interesting, very internal card. This is really a card as well. It makes me think of the Pratyahara practice in yoga, which is one of the limbs of yoga, where we disentangle the mind from the evidence of the senses and go inward, softening the sensory external awareness, because identifying with the external is futile in a lot of ways because it is transient. It's only in ever-flexing change. So really abiding your consciousness in the internal, the formless, the infinite, is the best way to really retrieve and claim the sovereignty of our consciousness. What a beautiful energy. We have that dove here. The dove has been coming strong in the readings lately. You know, that's that omen for true and everlasting, divinely ordained love. So going inward and not seeing with the eyes, but seeing with that first sight of the third eye, and how it's almost like as this moon is growing, that's this certain point in time, it just passed that total solar eclipse on the new moon. Now the moon is growing into fullness. The goblet of the moon is being filled up. And I think there's going to be some important energies on the full moon for you to witness and experience. Because I see this crescent moon there at the third eye of this person. And this is also about getting your mind right by simply going within and allowing yourself to use your intuition to feel things out. We always know deep down inside. We always know the answer, and the heart always knows as well. So with this swords energy, it's making me think like building that rainbow bridge from your mind down into your heart. And the Vesica Pisces is also a very powerful symbol. We see that here kind of crowning around the dove, because this is a portal that we can walk within. There's the Vesica Pisces symbol. This is the portal that the shaman uses to time travel, to like journey shamanically through the realms for divination, clarity, and healing. And that dove is there. It's making me think that you can be free as a bird as you go within your imaginal realms, and you can truly visit any place that you wish. You can be with your beloved in the 5D right now, and that being on top of your spiritual practices is going to usher that in so much more quickly if it hasn't already come in. Then we have the Nine of Wands. What an interesting Nine of Wands here. Because it's like known as the wounded warrior. Someone who's like been through battle a lot of times and like has maybe a couple more fights left in them. But look at this one. This one's like a warrior. They're really like just in touch with their strength through all that they've been through. They have a lot more to go, you know, and they just have that tenacity within them to continue allowing spirit to fill them up, to give them that strength. So I say that you've had to be very strong at this time to see through the dark of like maybe your outer reflection is still mirroring back those past thoughts and beliefs, you know, that you're reconfiguring right now based on those current reflections and saying, you know, you're finding that clarity, because you're not going to find clarity within feeling lost or confused. You're going to find clarity by looking up towards the sun, as it were, the spiritual sun, and aligning with that vibration of clarity, of ease, of victory. And so it's really imaginal future thinking, like really being there in your mind of however you want to feel. You can feel that right now. Give yourself that permission. And it's totally here for you. And you'll see the more that you do that, the more you'll come out of this darkness and truly start to see the outer reflect back those inner states which you are embodying. But it does take a lot of courage, a lot of strength to invoke those feelings within yourself despite the outer not having any evidence that affirms that yet. But the thing is that when you persist in that new reality, the outer will 100% mirror back and confirm back to you your own inner conviction of what you believe is true. That you believe that there is a divine union out there for you. There's another dove just like you who's flying into your realm as we speak. What else? Ooh, wow, we got the Magician here. Electric energy. So he has all the elements there for his use, for your use, her use, all the pronouns. And you're being led by infinity, by the fact that all timelines are happening now. You're the magi of your reality. So what you say goes, my dears. And I see that things can change just in a sudden instant. When you're really tapped into your magi power of that, you know, all timelines are happening, and you aligning your energy by doing your spiritual practices will bring that in. And get in touch with what part of your body-mind field needs more balance. For me, I'm seeing here, maybe it's the mind with the swords here. So commune with that energy of the swords. Put something on your altar that represents the sword element, like, you know, a pretty dagger or knife that you have, or something that represents wind, such as like a feather. And use that energy to align yourself in the microcosm of your altar so that it will mirror out into the macrocosm of your mind, your body, your life. And even commune with the elements. Maybe it's fire that you need some balancing in, or whatever it is. Maybe it's pentacles for the actual physical, you know. But it is those more subtle energies which mirror out to the pentacle realm, to the more physical. So I do suggest working with the more subtle energies, such as the mind, such as the fire of spirit, or the cups of emotions. But I'm seeing more the air element of the swords here. So then, as you align your energy, the thunderbolts are so powerful, and it's like that sudden realizations that come, or just all of a sudden your reality totally shifts one day. You do some sort of random action, and then all of a sudden one thing leads to the next in a very synchronized way, and then your life is never the same again. It's that kind of energy, because the magician is like the number one. He is tapped into that energy of Aries, which is the power of the spell I am. So what do you want to assign I am to? Because that becomes who you are and what you live. So say those good affirmations to yourself. I am love. If you want some help with reprogramming your subconscious mind in the realms of love, I have a video further back in my feed of an divine love is flowering within me affirmation tape, and you can play that over and over again. Take 3 slow exhalations before you listen to it. Make sure your consciousness is free and not preoccupied anywhere else, and you're in a safe place to listen to it, and that will help you program your subconscious mind to align with the vibration of love. And I'm going to come out with a affirmation tape for wealth and prosperity here soon as well. So stay posted for that, my dears. So yeah, this is really beautiful so far. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. What are you in the dark about here with this 2 of Swords? The Empress, okay. So you're kind of needing to see your self-worth here, and needing to see that you are perfect how you are with this Empress energy. Because especially people who are into like self-help or into like self-development, it can feel like a never-ending spiral that we always want to heal, heal, heal and get better and better and better. And we feel like we need to heal more and more and more to get what we want. But the truth is that life is a never-ending spiral journey of healing. Healing never ends. You're perfect just how you are, and as long as you're devoted to that practice, you don't need to drink all the superfoods before 8 a.m. or like, you know, go to every hot yoga class or whatever it is to like prove that you're worthy for love. You're worthy for love exactly how you are. And you believing that and deciding for yourself that I have divine love right now exactly where I'm at, and I don't need to do anything or prove anything to receive that. And take stock really of what are those unconscious, subconscious beliefs that could be, you know, driving maybe unpreferred reality where you're not in union yet. Maybe it's something like, oh, I don't have the perfect place yet, so, you know, I have to wait to come into communion with my beloved. Or maybe it's like, oh, I don't have that job that I want yet, so I can't have my true love. It's like none of those things are true. Your true love isn't going to care where you live. Your true love isn't going to care what you do. They like you for you. So really go back to those beliefs, those core beliefs which are reflecting back out your reality. Make amends with them and say that's not the truth. The truth is that I am love right now, and so I am a magnet for love, of course. I'm a magnet for success. I'm a magnet for harmonious relationships because I already am that, and I've given myself permission to feel that, to be that, to live that in my life, and people recognize that. Energy doesn't lie, so it's really all about going back to those beliefs and becoming embodied in that Empress energy that you are. You know, this came out for a reason, because this is already a blueprint within you that is flowering at this time. This is a really interesting Empress energy too, because she kind of looks like a warrior. She's holding up a shield there and holding the glyph of Venus as well. And she's very victorious there. This is, I really see you as like a warrior spirit here. You're not someone who gives up easily, and I feel like you've been through a lot. And you're just kind of like making peace with being an integrated being, where you're not dwelling too far in your shadow or too far in the spiritual bypassing of love and light. You're kind of merging the two so that you can really just totally fall in love with yourself exactly how you are, you know? I mean, we all have light and dark. We have all made mistakes in the past. We all have regrets and ways in which we wish we could have done better. And that's the beauty of forgiveness. It's just like really becoming your own best friend and being just so nurturing and nourishing towards yourself, that like the fact that you even can feel guilt or regret means that, you know, you're a really evolved person to be able to even see the ways in which you could have done better in the past, and that you're really walking the path right now. So with this Nine of Wands, just really putting down those seeds within your mind that keep bringing up wounds or heartache or things like of the past that cause you anguish, and just really aligning with the vibration of joy, because we can heal through joy, through pleasure, through play, through community. And I think that will be very helpful for you at this time. The Empress is also about new growth, so growing. This is Taurus, Libra energy as well. We also have Aries here. Okay, what else, Spirit, for the collective in love? What else for the collective in love? What's the biggest challenge? Interesting. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Interesting, I said Two of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is your happily ever after emotionally. This is like the happy family, the happy partnership, ultimate emotional fulfillment. And the Two of Pentacles is like infinite timelines, but it's also like having a lot on your plate, and also like having to balance and juggle a lot. So I feel like maybe you've been oscillating as far as like feeling like you really already have that true love within you. And then maybe you oscillate again and feel like it's just out of reach. And sometimes it's going to ping pong like that until you stay really true to that vibration of already having what it is that you seek. And you'll 100% see it mirrored out if you hold that faith. And if you really stop the neediness of longing in the external. You're never going to get what you want by needing or longing for it. So it's like always bringing it back home and being as you are. Who you really are is divine love, is divine wealth, is ultimate prosperity, divine fulfillment, peace, love, joy, happiness. All these things we crave and seek as humans, you already are that. So I think we're all just here at this time to remind each other of that truth, so we can continue evolving the collective consciousness, aligning with our most favorite preferred reality, wherein we are thriving on this beautiful Gaian planet that is returning back to an oasis of just abundance for all, you know, and just get rid of that wishy-washy energy that, it's making me think of this phrase, like, well, first of all, it makes me think of like this self-induced blindness, you know, that is like, because I can't see it, it's hard for me to believe. But dear ones, you have to believe it first before you can see it. And I know that sounds backward, but it's always the way it works. It's the law of the universe. Anything we hold inside subconsciously is projected out. So do that subconscious work. There's so many subconscious reprogramming, you know, audios online, on YouTube, for everything under the sun. So listen to things like Hertz frequencies to align you. I think there's this one, it's like 693 or 639, something of this, where it's like a Hertz frequency to remove fear and negative energy. That's a really powerful one for the root chakra. But just do a little Google search on that. And then if you want to align more with this vibration of love too, to really let that in for yourself, let in your own love. Your inner being so craves, and that's often why we project it onto a person. Like, we just want this person to shower us with love and for us to shower them with love. But it's like, your inner being, you know what they want the most, they need the most, is your own love. So open your heart and let in your own love to yourself, and you'll see that then you're unstoppable. You're in this victorious energy, this 9 of Wands, where you're just like so unstoppable, because then you don't need anything outside of yourself to receive love. You learn to just let in the love of the universal breath, the universal energy animating all things, and then you become very sovereign, very like also discerning about who you let in for love, because you're not just going to let in the next person who gives you the time of day. You're going to be very selective, because you've already given yourself what it is that you want, and you will align with your perfect match in that way by having that patience to allow that to unfold naturally, organically, magically, with magnetism and with passion, where it's that mutually beneficial relationship that is equal give and take, and equally desired, and equal, attention and affection and things like that. Let's see one more card for the possible future outcome based on this timeline. Well, it's a lot of cards. We saw the King of Wands come out. Ooh, the Star. Beautiful. The Star. So this is Aquarius energy. This is about healing. This is about alignment. This is about, balancing your energy centers, your chakras, which are those wheels of energy along your spine. And it's about the subconscious waters as well. And she's just like glittering stardust from her palms. So it's really becoming that star of your own reality, the star of your dream of life, and allowing yourself to glitter in all your starry essence that comes really after a time of great healing and upheaval, because the Tower is the card right before, so the star is like that rainbow at the end of that, and how life is this constant ebb and flow of being high and being low, but you can coast the waves by not being too attached or like putting too much meaning or identifying too much with what is bad and what is good. You can see it more as neutral, so when you're in the bad, it doesn't affect you as much, and when you're in the good, you don't really let it get to your head and you stay humble. So it's kind of like riding that middle road and allowing yourself to receive through your crown chakra that star energy that you are. It's for that like cosmic retrieval and recollection that you have all the answers in the universe within you, and that truly let's see, how do I word this? The future of healing, the future of like evolution of our current consciousness is interdimensional. It is like not seeking outside. And yes, books are important. Yes, learning is important. Spiritual communities, etc. That is very relevant. But at the same time, unlocking those deeper codes within your DNA is something that you cannot get outside of you. So really going inside and just communing with the breath can be so powerful, so ecstatic, so blissful, and just unlock these new realms of bliss and alignment and clarity. That is your true nature, my dears. So wow, coming from a time feeling dark, maybe lost and confused, into perfect clarity, healing, and being empowered to really choose the path for yourself and walk it every day without needing the evidence outside of yourself to affirm or confirm that for you. You walking that path and you being that light, you being that love that you seek, will draw all that you wish towards you, my dears. Now there could be a King of Wands here who has their eye on you. Very passionate, fiery energy of the Lion. Could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I see that you're ready to receive a cup of love. There could have been some upheaval in the past, and you're coming out of time of feeling trapped, and you really just had to surrender and go within, is what I'm seeing. The Wheel of Fortune spinning in your favor. Wow, I love this for you. And let's see. Let's pull one more card for you, my honeys. What else does the collective need to know in love? Last messages to tie up this reading, please. So be that star in your life. Like really be, I always like to think of being a miracle maker. So allow miracles to be done through you and unto you. Because how good does it feel to be the giver and to like be the miracle in another's life? So it's like a win-win, you know? And sometimes we can get trapped in this hamster wheel of being like, well, when is it going to be my turn to have all the good things happen to me? Well, you start to be the good in your life. You start to reach out to others if you're lonely, you know, and like be that light in the world, because that's when you're a magnet, when you're really being who you really are. And who you really are is totally at ease in your life, is totally serene no matter what happens. And, you know, it's aligning with that energy of Shiva. So Shakti, like I was talking in the beginning of the reading, is the serpent that shoots up the spine and allows that Kundalini life force energy to shoot up the central tube, the central current called the Sushumna channel within the middle of the spine. So if we're too identified with the right side of the body, the masculine side, then it's things like anger, frustration, comparison. If we're too identified with the left side of the body, the Ida channel or the lunar current, more feminine in nature, then we feel more needy or like we're lacking something or constantly longing for something. So all these practices of yoga or our meditation, spiritual practices, etc., allows the energy to less be in those side currents and go in that middle path of where the life force energy can go straight to the crown chakra, and we're just like totally attuned with the divine. And then when Shakti meets Shiva by going up the spine and meeting in the pineal gland or in the crown chakra, then Shiva's that consciousness of the eternal witness. He's just like a meditating hermit, ascetic in a cave. Half the time he destroys illusions, and half the time he's just all serene meditating there. So when they meet, then that's when the lovers meet. And how do those lovers meet? It's only through their spiritual practices. It's not through going outside and trying to seek for something. It's not, you know, going to some fun event and being like, oh, maybe I'll meet my person here, or maybe I'll meet my person here. It's like, yes, have that healthy expectation, but honestly, that the love is going to come to you when you're not even thinking of it, because you're just being it. So be that magnet in your life, and that lightning bolt of all good things is going to just like awaken your whole world in a new way. And then we have She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. So this makes me think of this term of like animal people. People who are very animalistic. What is it called? They're called Therians. And it's these people who actually identify more with animals than they do with being a human. And they act very animal-like based on the animal that they like are at a soul level. So you could be aligned with the wolf energy or any other animal, but this is kind of like shape-shifting into that primal animal self and just allowing the animal of your body to express however it wants to express. I think as well, this full moon that's coming up will be very relevant for you, because we got that message here with this crescent moon. It's going to be a full moon in Scorpio because it's the opposite of Taurus. I believe it's around Earth Day on the 22nd as I'm filming this. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so I just sprinkle in the relevant energies of what's happening now, just because it could be important if you are watching it now. But if you're watching it later, then the next full moon that's in the astrological times that we're in could be relevant for you. And yeah, allow yourself to really just even like throw a cosmic tantrum if you need to, like release the energy somehow. And this is aligned with like changing states. So if we're in a funk, or if we feel funky in our energy, do something that's going to shake up your energy and get you out of that, like going on a run, going to some sort of movement class, or you know, hanging out with friends, laughing, anything that is going to help you with that. Scream into a pillow, drive up to the mountains and go, you know, jump up on the rocks like a mountain lion or like a jaguar. Growl like a bear, you know. So it's just getting really creative. And as you unleash this wild within, then you're getting more to your soul essence in a sense, because think about when we were children. We were totally uninhibited, and we would just like really laugh or cry or scream whenever we really got the urge to do that. But we're conditioned as we get older to suppress all that. And that's when we can feel like we're a little bit trapped in our mind or something like this. Or like, you know, indecisive. So it's saying get in touch with your power that you already have inside you. Unlock those doorways for yourself. And really be that beautiful, wild dreamer that you are, my dears. So this is what I see in your reading. Very beautiful omens. I'm kind of curious. Let's get one more message as far as like next omen in your love life. Like we got the next possible outcome with the star, so that's beautiful. You really being radiant in your life. This could also be an Aquarius coming into your life. But I'm curious, like, as far as like whoever's on your mind, let's get a card for that. So think of someone in your mind, someone you just think is super adorable and cute, or like you have your eye on, or even just tune into the energy of your like beloved or twin ray or soul flame, whatever. Let's see where they're at in their path, or how are they viewing you. And the thing is that you get to decide how people view you, you know. I don't like to give that power away by asking how anyone views us, because we decide how they view us, because we're the creator of our reality. So there was a lot of cards that came out. Let me pull one more. We did get the Five of Swords, so this person could be going through a time of just like working out their relationships interdynamically. Ooh, okay. We got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. And we got the Queen of Wands reversed as well. So it's almost making me thinking that this person, possibly who's on your mind, you know, is just like very stable. They're very focused on making money and of providing very good stability for themselves. With the Queen of Wands reverse, it could be someone who maybe has lost touch a little bit like with their passions, or like feeling that passionate spark of energy in their life. Maybe they're missing like this Queen of Wands in their life, like a divine counterpart in their life, and they're kind of like longing for that, for like a new relationship. They could be feeling also a little bit frustrated and stagnant in the realms of love. So I would say just send this person a lot of healing energy. And I'm kind of seeing this person, they're doing a lot of recalibrating with their divine feminine energy, with like learning how to receive and learning how to take, you know, positive fiery action in their life with this Queen of Wands. This also really looks like Kali, the goddess Kali Ma, who is the destroyer of worlds and kind of like the female version of Shiva. So yeah, possible earth sign in your field. And again, you get to decide how this relationship with this person unfolds, because your assumptions push out and create how they behave towards you. So make sure that you are feeling like they view you as that divinely embodied feminine. Because with this Queen of Wands reverse, it could give the meaning that you feel like this person's too good for you, or like you could possibly feel like, you know, they don't see you as that exalted divine feminine, and that's simply not the case. So that's what I see for you, my dears. I do trust that you found some messages that resonated within this reading. If you like a private personal reading, click down below the booking link, and it'll take you to my Linktree page, and you can click book a one-on-one session. It'll show you all the different services I have, from hypnotherapy, past life hypnotherapy, psychic reading, shamanic energy healing, yoga, private one-on-one yoga sessions. So my dears, I love you so much, and I'm sending you so much heart light, and I will see you on the flip side. Please like, share, and subscribe, my dears. If you did like this reading, the feedback is very helpful for me, and it helps me to continue doing what I do here on the internet. And until we meet again, dears, very soon.